Welcome back, DIGI-GANG. Here at the Batatonator TCG, we want to start off the year right. We already have our goals for 2021 of hitting 1,000 subs by May 1st, 2021. Subscribing is free and it helps me out a lot in achieving my goals. So if you guys like the content, you like showing up to the Batatonator TCG, and you feel like you're gaining value, go ahead and subscribe. It's free. Now that the new year is starting, guys, I want to start a new series where we can all get better together. And the idea is I'm going to put the top decks against each other from each tournament. So picture this with me, guys. First place PPG tournament versus first place CORETCG tournament decks. How does that sound? The whole game is going to be open-handed so we can see the mistakes and other options we could have used that maybe would have changed the course of the game. And I feel like this is a series that can help us learn a lot from the best decks in the Digimon TCG game. So I really hope that you guys are as excited about the new series as I am. The first video is going to feature Claudio's first place Blue Omni Turbo in the Top Cut tournament versus Jordan Beard's Green Rookie Rush that took first in the Carta Magika tournament. Green is going to go first. I'm really excited, so let's jump right into the game. Alright, so Green is going to start, and obviously we're just going to go ahead and evolve our Digitama with the Tentomon. Now here we have an extra option. Do I want to go Kabuterimon and give my opponent one memory and actually gain a card? Or do I want to add presence on the field and I want to maybe toss a Mushroomon? I had to think about this, and obviously Mushroomon was I think in my opinion, is the most viable play that early. You're just getting extra minions on Digimons on the field, and it's just giving you presence on the field. I think if I just leveled the Kabuterimon, I would have fell behind. I would have drawn an extra card, but I think I would have fell behind. Here we're just leveling up with the memory. We can do a Gorillamon into an Elecmon with the Vulcans, or we could have done an Elecmon into a Vulcan's Hammer into a Gorillamon, which would have given us an extra person on the field. But I obviously misplayed that. I actually played the Garurumon first, then we played the Elecmon, which ended our turn. We could have done it this way. Look, guys, we could have done it this way. We could have tossed the Elecmon first, and then we went to 0, and then we could have added the Vulcan's Hammer, and then we would have went to 1. Then we could have played the Gorillamon, and then we could have ended our turn by playing Garurumon down here. But because of this misplay, I didn't use Vulcan's Hammer. It's okay, you don't want to use Vulcan's Hammer first turn, obviously, but I think it would have set us up a little, ahead. Maybe we could have started attacking early, but the best play here would have been instead of Gorillamon, is if I had any kind of blockers. That would have been the best play. Moving on, so we kind of misplay that. We play Elecmon and we mistime it. The only reason we misplay that is because we don't want to use our Vulcan's Hammer so early. We want to kind of keep them just in case there's anything that happens. Now it's Green turn again. We get an early Tamer, which is a great sign. Early Tamers are a great sign. That means we can start rushing really early, and we can start just pumping guys out in the haste. Mimi allows you to start hasting your Digimon that just got raised. So we just play the Tojimon. I mistime his ability. Look at Mushroomon, how amazing he is. He's 4k DP, so he didn't die to the Gomamon. That was amazing. That we're gonna gain a lot from this Mushroomon. And Tojimon, as you guys can see, I mistimed it, but I'm gonna go ahead and use his ability anyways before I level up. And we still don't gain anything from it. It's just such a wonky ability. Sometimes it's good to use, sometimes it's bad. Plus, it just got rid of all the bad cards that we didn't need. So maybe it's a good, because next card I'm gonna draw is a level 4. So Tojimon is always, actually a level 5. So Tojimon is not bad. It kind of like clears out your deck from anything you don't need. And then there we go. And before we level up to the level 5, I actually go ahead and Mimi. So next turn I can just level 5, turn the Mimi, and I can start rushing instead of hatching. You see what I mean? I can start raising Digitama instead of hatching the Digitama. So that was my thought process in playing Mimi on a level 4 to end my turn, because next turn I'm going to be able to just level up the level 4 to a level 5, and I'm going to be able to rush my next Digitama and make it hasting. So that was, I think that was a really good play. Now he's playing the Gorillamon, obviously, the misplayed, the mistimed Gorillamon, as you guys can see. So he's already falling behind because of that mistiming. I don't think he's gonna use Vulcan's Hammer. Well, he could toss out a Gobblemon, get a draw, toss a Vulcan Hammer, and then get another draw with a Gorillamon. So let's see what we're gonna choose to do here. There's so many options. This is why I want to keep this series open-handed to show you guys the options that we have. So here we are. Am I just gonna give 1 mana? Oh, I'm just gonna give 1 mana. A better play there would have been, guys. I think a better play there would have been. So think of this with me. We toss out the Gobblemon. We drew another Gobblemon, which is amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and Vulcan Hammer, Gorillamon. We're gonna draw another card, and then we're gonna Gobblemon to give you 3 mana. I think that would have been a better play. You know, because the next card we draw was a blocker, and we needed that blocker. So I think I misplayed there by giving him 1 mana, which moved to 3. I should have tossed the Vulcan's Hammer, got the Gorillamon to level 4, or the Gobblemon to level 4, got an extra draw, then tossed the second Gobblemon out on the field. Of course, that would have made me, you know, mistime my Digitama leveling up, but I think it would have added more pressure on the field. So Vulcan's Hammer really adds a lot of options to blue. You know, they can change the timing of their abilities with Vulcan's Hammer. So it really opens up a lot of options. And because it opens up a lot of options, it allows you to misplay very easily. You know what I mean? So here we are. We actually play the bad play where we just give him 1 mana, which turns to 3. We already have our level 5 ready. We're just going to Evo him. And then we're going to be able to start rushing our Digitama, which is amazing. This Mimi is actually broken. Now we can just rush any Digitama we want. And because he has no blockers, I'm just going to keep attacking. That's the plan. But before we attack, we want to kind of ensure that our Tentomon is not going to die for free, because he's really weak. He only has 2000 DP. I went ahead and raised him to, instead of raising him to the Kabuterimon, which is only 5k, I went ahead and raised him to the Vegemon, which is actually 6k. You know, every 1000 DP counts, especially when we're looking at the best options, right? We can't get anything from Fremon, but we were able to, you know, get a solid Vegemon on the field. Oops! Mushroomon again attacks the stack and doesn't die. This is horrendous for blue. Every time blue sees that Mushroomon is just surviving, that's really bad for them. Now here, there might be another misplay here. I could have attacked Gorillamon, Mushroomons and tried to get rid of them, but I knew I was gonna get clobbered by... I was gonna lose 1 Gorillamon, right? Because he has blocker. Green has a blocker. So I was gonna lose 1 Gorillamon. So instead of losing him, I just wanted to keep him. I know I would have dwindled down his field, but I think I would have lost more by losing that Gorillamon than him just losing a Mushroomon. So we just sit tight. We don't do anything crazy. We don't attack this turn. And we don't even attack stack because we know he's going to block us. We know there's potential of us losing to stack and to the blocker. The blocker is huge. He's 7k. He's bigger than any other minion on the field. So we know we're going to die 100%. So let's see what we actually end up doing. We actually get our grade. Okay, we get our blocker out finally. Took us 3 turns to get the blocker out, which gave Mushroomon 2 free attacks, right? We're gonna stand the Mimi, we're gonna Digitama again. This is so cool, you know, it's so nice to be able to Digi-Evolve every turn and actually rush your minions. Now that the blocker is just sitting there all by himself, I can just Mimi every turn. Also, I have an extra blocker, an extra grade 5, level 5 that can, you know, activate my Mimi if he kills it. Right now we're not misplaying anything. I'm just trying to count how much memory I can use, because there's a bunch of plays here we could do. We could toss out the Gobblemon, evolve him to a Kabuterimon, and then do a play there. Or we can... So I'm looking at his field, right? Like, I'm looking at his field. He only has 1 blocker, 3 security left. So here, I just want to add... I think I'm thinking about just adding minions or Digimon to the field without giving him any memory, so he doesn't like Omnimon or anything crazy. And I think I'm calculating how much I want him to land at 1, right? I want him to land at 1 or 2. So let's see how I make this happen. So right now we're sitting really happy as green. We're very happy. We don't know what we want to attack with. We know we're gonna lose at least one of these Digimons, either to the security or to the blocker. So I just decided to attack with the Vegemon because I knew the blocker wasn't gonna kill himself for the Vegemon, but we actually land on another 6k blocker, so we die anyways. Now I think I'm gonna attack with this blocker. I'm not really sure. I'm counting in front of me. I'm seeing that there's only there's only 2 security. He has 4 minions on the field, so he can end the turn. He's building up pressure, right? Like in 2 turns, he's about to end the game. You know, with 1 attack. So I'm sitting there thinking, what am I gonna do? And finally, I think I just end up increasing my pressure or my field presence with what I'm gonna play next. I think, let's see. Or I'm gonna go ahead and evolve the Agumon to a Kabuterimon, which makes him safer to attack because he becomes a 6k, even though Kabuterimon is actually 5k, but he's sitting on an Agumon, which gives him an extra 1k, and he's sitting on my Digitama, which gives him another 1k when you evolve. So my Kabuterimon right now is at 7k, even though he looks like he's really weak. He's gonna kill the blocker if he gets blocked. So that was a really good play. That was such a free pressure on the blocker. Now he doesn't know what to do. Do I want to block it, or do I just let him hit my stack? What are we gonna do? What would you do in this option? I think best option would be to just let him hit the stack, because if you blocked it, that's 100% you're just gonna lose the Digimon for nothing. Whereas if he hits the stack, you never know, he might lose his own Digimon, and plus usually security cards give you an advantage. If you hit an option, the security or anything, you get an advantage. So that's why I didn't want to block there. I just wanted him to hit the security because I knew my blocker was going to die 100%. Whereas if he hits the security, there's still a chance for his guy to die without any of my guys to die. Now here we're trying to build up the presence. Since we already used 1 mana, we can't just toss out the Palmon. But thankfully I drew another Kabuterimon when I leveled the Kabuterimon, which allows me to play another grade 2 and then just evo it. I could have attacked with my big blocker, but why would I have him suspended and lose any kind of pressure I have on the field, pressuring his Gorillamons? Why would I do that? So I just let him do his thing. Here things are getting a little tight for blue. He's only at 1 security left. He's kind of behind. He drew his level 5 way too late. Finally he drew the level 5, but it was so late. So, and honestly, the only reason green is winning right now is because the Mimi is giving every one of his Digimon a push, a hasting push. Now he can attack with the brand new. I mean, this is amazing. Mimi is just broken, to be honest with you guys. She makes this deck happen. Now this is why I love green. You actually have you can manipulate your opponent. I have 5 Digimon on the field. Whatever I do here, you're gonna die, and we end the game right there. Blue didn't get a chance to attack this game because he didn't want to lose any of his Gorillamons, and I had a big blocker on the field that just kind of stopped everything. Plus, I think blue lost mainly because they drew the level 5 so late, which is why in my other video, if you guys want to go check it out, I'll leave a link right here. I mentioned that you have to take out their level 5s because they just have no ability to toss out. Once you take out a level 5, what are they going to do? They're going to hardcast a level 6. That's 10 mana to you. You know what I mean? Whereas hardcasting level 5s is much easier for them. It's only 5 to 7 mana. So when he drew the level 5 too late, yep, that's it. That signals the end of the game to blue, unfortunately. But I'm really interested in your opinion, guys. Was there plays that I missed? Was blue able to attack? Should blue attack Mushroomon, get rid of him for the possibility of losing Gorillamon? Was that a good play? I mean, I'm really not sure, guys. I'm really interested in your opinion. Go ahead, leave them down in the comments below. These are the top decks in the Digimon TCG set 1.0, so there's a good reason why we're doing these videos. We're gonna learn a lot. Really interested in your opinions, guys. Was there a way for blue to take this game? Should I have pressured green a little earlier by attacking, even though I was gonna lose Gorillamons for sure? At least I'm like dwindling his field. I don't know. I think that would have been a big mistake if I just lost a Gorillamon for a Mushroomon. But maybe you guys disagree, or maybe I should have played Vulcan's Hammer a little early to kind of get better presence on the field. I'm really interested in your opinions, guys. This is a really new series. I really want to know what you guys think. I mean, do you like this stuff? Will you watch another video? Or is this something that you just are not interested in? Go ahead, leave all that stuff down below. If you like stuff like this, go ahead, subscribe. I'm going to keep pushing amazing, valuable content to you guys. And we're trying to do daily videos now that it's January 2021. We're trying to do daily videos. So make sure you subscribe and follow us. And yeah, that's it, guys. I'm really happy that you guys watched this video. And I hope to see you guys soon. Take care.